last night. Hello, hello, hello. Whoa, whoa, hello, hello. Hello. Okay, welcome to Lewis Schaffer Uncooked. Hello, everyone who's here, everyone who's going to be here. Maybe the shirt's not the right shirt to wear. Is it vibrating? I can't tell. If it's, I can tell. Maybe I could tell. Maybe I could tell if it's vibrating. If it's vibrating. Hello, Sandeep. Hello, Dingo Dollar is here. Hello, I just learned about the Chuck Norris meme, which I thought was really funny. I don't remember any of them, but they're really funny. Paul Yoward, it's Prison Vibes. Yeah, this is called. Maybe I should take it off. I had another shirt. I found a shirt. I was going to wear the shirt, but I don't know where it is. I took it off. Hold on a second. Okay, hello. Look at the shirt that I found. Look at how great this shirt is. It's like one of those old shirts that used to have a collar. It looks like it's either cotton or what is that fabric that flax or linen, cotton or linen. Hello, Ruben. Hello, Alex. Hello, Fontenay. Hello, Joe. Hello, Ruben again. Hello, Mom. Beautiful, beautiful Mom. Beautiful, beautiful Mom. Hello, Darklands. Beautiful, beautiful Darklands. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to our stream tonight. I think I've been bad. I've been bad. I went out, I got an ice cream, I had an ice cream. I had more pizza and an ice cream. And then my son left over some oatmeal, or as you would call it, porridge. I don't know. I've never worn a shirt like this. It's missing a collar. But I found it in the rubbish bin. I found it in the rubbish bin. I found it in the rubbish bin last night. Anyway, Susan C is here. Hello, beautiful, beautiful Susan C. And Avocado Man. Yes, it's not the same bums and broads. We're always getting new bums and new broads. Do you visit crime scenes, Lewis? The shirt it's called a Bengal striped shirt. Bengal striped shirt. I've learned that that's what it's called. A Bengal striped shirt. Do you know what I'm talking about? That's what it's called. I want to just say that I'm reading the news. I'm reading the stuff that's from the newspapers that's on Microsoft, the news, and on Daily Mail. Basically, I don't read all the news sources, but it's like trashing Donald Trump. And Donald Trump, it makes it seem like he's going down in flames like right now, and that is not true. That is not true. Donald Trump is doing what needed to be done. He needed to attack, and we don't know what he's doing. The fact is that Europe has provided no help. Not that we asked you to help in the beginning, and maybe you think, oh, you didn't ask us. But the only people who are going to lose out, who are going to lose when they blockade the Straits of Hormuz, which they are, I guess not when, they're doing it, is you, is us, is the people in this country. Interest rates are going to go sky high, but you don't want to do it because you don't want Donald Trump and America to seem like it's better than it is, or maybe it's as good as it is. You don't want to see it. You don't want to see it. And the people in America, a lot of people hate Donald Trump in America. We have a word for those people, which are called, hello? What? I had the I had the washing machine on. Sorry about that. That was my son telling me to turn the washing machine on. off. Okay. I've been stealing clothes. You know what? They don't even put the clothes out for someone to go through them. They put the clothes right in the washing machine. We can discuss that. We can discuss how wasteful people in Nunhead are. And East Dulwich and whatever the areas around here are. They just throw things in the rubbish, and then I've got to go through the rubbish. Who do they think I am to actually go through the rubbish? TDS is real and incurable. Take that to the NHS, says Susan C. Yes, exactly right. Exactly. They don't want to believe that there's someone like Donald Trump who can help. Who can help? This country is lost. It's lost. I'm warning. I can feel it. I can feel it. I know it, Lewis. Why are you yelling at us when you live here? Because I'm yelling, because I would yell at you if I didn't live here. Maybe I wouldn't care if I didn't live here, but I care, and I see it in both of my kids. What's TDS? Trump derangement syndrome. It's like people, they're so upset. But you know what? As soon as Trump dies, it's going to be Vance derangement syndrome or Rubio derangement syndrome. There is a battle going on between the two sides. There are at least two sides. And you think the Muslims are on your fucking side, which they are not. They hate you. They hate your pork pies and your women working and the fact that you don't believe what they believe and your alcohol. They hate you. They hate you. They hate that you don't want to kill the Jews. Or not at least not openly. Basically. Interest in reform. Team GB is surging. Is interest in reform surging? Well, it should surge. It's like they're so effing fucking brazen that they're blowing up ambulances. Ambulances. I mean, I know I heard about that earlier. Vance has been quiet. Follow the U.S. news, too. Yes, he's been quiet. Why has he been quiet? He's been quiet because what this whole thing, Donald Trump, whether he's brilliant or not, he's got the whole thing planned. And then they're accusing him of not planning it, like they accused him of being like retarded before. And he wasn't retarded. The point is that Vance, they gave Vance corruption and kind of like what did Elon Musk be doing? Saving money. And then they gave Marco Rubio Iran. And Cuba and the Venezuela, politics. So each one of them is set to be the next president. One of them could be the president. Doge. That's right. Thank you, Susan. Exactly. So Vance has been quiet, but it's like in preparation for an election run. So he's not being sullied by this Iran thing. Those people are crazy. Anyway, there's Lucy. Greetings. And I got my tooth. I'm sorry. I'm not a great guy. I can sense the women here don't love me as much as they used to. There was a moment there I thought, holy cow, you girls. I'm Lewis Schaffer's. Lewis Schaffer's loved by the girls, but not as loved. Trump is not a career politician. There is that. Yes, that's true, Dingo Dollar. He isn't, but he's smarter than most career politicians. He's getting the job done. The fact is, they said that Iran did not have weapons that could fly into Europe. Do you remember that? And Donald Trump, I'm basically parodying back what my friend Doug told me on a phone call before the show, and that Donald Trump said, yes, they do have weapons that can fly into England. And he went and he's closing it down. God bless him. God bless Donald Trump. And we should thank him. A round of applause for Donald Trump. Susan C. Nice, he's a good man with an overreach in his younger years. Whatever. Worse people out there. What did Donald Trump do that was that bad? That's the shocking thing. He's not a great guy, but he's gotten married a few times and shit like that. But he's not a sleazebag like me. Can you tell what a sleazebag I am? I just got dirty thoughts every single second of the day, Susan. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. And mom says, I love you 100%. Well, I love you 110%, mom. That's really important. That's really important. I want you to love me, and the men and the women too. The men and the women too. Donald Trump was the right man at the right time. F knows where we would have been without him. Exactly right. Where we would have had Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris. And look at what Keir Starmer is doing. What is Labor Party doing? Are they sending any ships out there? A couple slowly. You know, I mean, not that you have ships to send out. But we are, and ain't mad at it. In fact, I love it. He is setting an example for British people. My friend says that there might be like a revolution in this country, similar to the, and Lucy might know about this, similar to what happened in Northern Ireland. Just a fight back against Muslim invasion, against communism invasion of the country. Why should we be sending out there? We didn't declare war. Nor if you didn't declare war. You didn't declare war. You're lucky somebody did declare war. Okay? Because prices are going to rise because the Straits of Hormuz are blocked. That's why you got to send troops out there. We've got to stop those people from causing trouble, and they cause trouble in Yemen, in Lebanon, wherever they go, they cause trouble. It's such a loser effing mentality. We didn't declare the war, so why should we be doing it? Involved. The war is there. Billionaire OnlyFans only. Is that me? I'd like to be the billionaire. He's like at 8 million. Has died of cancer. He became the largest donor to AIPAC in 2024, pledging 11 million to the Israeli lobby. Yeah, so what makes that wrong? Somebody has to defend the Jews. Somebody has to defend civilization, Paul Yoward. It takes a tough man to defend. Let him send as much money as possible. And I'm pretty sure if you were a billionaire too, you would give money to the Irish, whatever horrible people those people are, I guess. I'm not 100% sure. Israel and America kick off, and we have to sort it out. Laugh out loud. No, you're a fucking loser for even joking about that, North. You don't have to sort it out. You just have to help. You just have to get involved. You have to become the Europe you used to be, not a bunch of effing fucking losers. You know, Europe was once a great place, and now look at it, because maybe it was America's mistake by spending trillions with NATO, because Iran did drone attack on Cyprus on 40,000 or more civilians being massacred on the street. Exactly right, Susan. They're a threat to us. They're a threat to their own people. Free Iran. Free Iran. That's what I say. Free Iran. It takes a rough man like Trump, like Tommy Robinson. I happen to agree. I think Tommy Robinson is the right man to lead this country. OnlyFans is bad. Yeah, well, then make it illegal then. It is bad, but make it illegal. Make it illegal. A lot of people are happy with OnlyFans. I'm against it. I don't want to spend money on girls. I can't remember the Yanks turning up at the Falklands. I think they did. I think you might want to Google that. They gave all the weapons to Britain when it was their continent. Ronald Reagan and the Falklands. So why don't you check that out? Do you want to Google that? Don't say that we have not helped Britain. We have not helped. You can't say that. We've spent trillions. We've got 50,000 troops in Germany, in Italy, in France, all over the place. I remember back in them saying, why the hell are we defending you people when you're sending us expensive cars and we're not allowed to, and we're not shipping any of our cars into your country? Say, well, your cars are too big. That's what they used to say. That's what they used to. U.S. are sorting it. But Cyprus is a UK base, and the UK should have put a foot down. Yeah, Cyprus was part of Britain. Well, what do you have those bases there for? You're pretending that you're like a global power when you're not. I'm sorry. I'm being negative. French and Greek defending Cyprus. Look in your pocket and find a set of balls. Yes, yes, we have the place there. Argentina did not have nuclear weapons. What do you mean by that? We actually helped. Reagan asked us to give the Falklands up. You should check that out. You should check that out. If that's true, that is totally not true. Sovereign territory. Love the L plate. What's the the L plate? This will keep you in mind that everything I say could be a joke. What did Lucy say that was what's his name? He's dead now. Pornhub is owned by a rabbi. Well, let's check that out. I didn't hear that. So you're saying Jews are pornographers? Is that what you're saying? Pornhub owned by rabbi. Is that true? And the answer is yes. Solomon Friedman involving ownership, Pornhub's parent company, various reports, acquisition. Mind you, who is Solomon Friedman? He's a criminal defense lawyer, philanthropist, and ordained rabbi. His role, Friedman is a partner, became the public face of the company, claiming to clean up the site's reputation and improve compliance. Friedman also was going to legitimize the industry and improve compliance. Very interesting, Lucy. That's very interesting. I did not know that. Okay. I mean, you can't be on Britain. We can fight for Britain, but you cannot be for what Britain is acting, what Keir Starmer, how he's taking Britain down this path. UK video clips is up in Scotland, says, who cares who owns the porn site? I own my tight hand, my right hand, nudge, nudge. My nuclear comment is that much less was at stake with the Falklands. Trump had to act without hesitation to stop nuclear development in Iran. But also the reason why we went to the Falklands, you went to the Falklands, is because we believe in borders. And we don't believe that you could just take. The problem with World War II is that the Germans didn't respect borders. And America's used to respect borders, and now you don't respect borders anymore because you believe in one world, open borders, all that bullshit. You are blaming the people of Britain for this. I'm not blaming you for that. I'm saying you've got to say America is doing the right thing, and you have to say we're going to help out, whether we pull the first pistol or not. That's what I'm saying, Darklands. You gotta say our government is shit. Our newspapers are shit. That's what you've got to say. You've got to say that they're shit. I think that's what you've got to say. You've got to not believe. There is an Episcopalian female priest in Canada selling dildos to fund abortions. Bad apples exist in many areas, says Paul Yoward. She is more disgusting than a hand shandy rabbi. Possibly. I mean, yeah, lots of Jews own pornography things. Yanks funded NORAID for years and now cry about terrorism. What? Yeah, that's individual Yanks. What is NORAID? That's the Protestants helping that's helping the Irish the Catholics out about that. So why doesn't Lucy say thank you? Does she say thank you? Who is going to protect the sheep in the Falklands and the Welsh speakers that were their caregivers? Yeah, I mean it was British land, and the reason they went there is because they had a failed regime, the Argentines. The UK went to the Falklands to F off the French, to stop them using as a stopover to South America. Yeah, I mean, there was nobody living there. It wasn't Argentinians. And who the F are Argentinians except Spanish and Italians and, I guess some Germans and a bit of Welsh people living there. I mean, really, who are the Argentinians? They have not been there for thousands of years. And even if they were, the growing number of women who are flashing their bodies to Asian pizza delivery drivers is scary. I've seen 3 more videos. Yeah, but that's not right. That's not right. Do Chinese own a few American ports? No, they don't. Not anymore, as far as I know. And David B., thank you for mentioning this, is that America took away Panama. Or the Panamanians took it away because we told them you don't give it to the Chinese. So there you go. It used to be you have to ask permission from the Chinese to go through the Panama Canal. And Donald Trump, God bless that guy, he said, no, thank you. Falk in strategic significance is the eventual use of Antarctica. The map of custodianship of Antarctica. It's like a pie. Yeah, they divide it up into millions of pieces. Lots of oil just off the coast of Falklands. Thatcher's biggest motivation, possibly. But you don't want people to come in and steal your land, do you want that, Ruben? Do you want them to steal your land? No, you do not. Sorry, yet another typo. Mark Felton, The Shocking State of the British Navy. What did he write a book? Is that what it's called? The Shocking State. I'm Welsh, thank you very much. There are Welsh people living in Argentina. No, like a pie, as in slices. Yes, it's like a pie in slices. I've seen it. Leo Kurz posted a video a few days ago about the 2 girls that flashed the Indian pizza boy. Bad move. What happened to the girls? Yeah, people are reckless because we've lived in a safe country for too long. And now we've let in dangerous people, including Lewis Schaffer. You've let in me. I mean, are you happy with that? You see what kind of person I am. I'm yelling at you. Did you want to be yelled at? No. The private equity firm that owns Pornhub is called Ethical Capital Partners. Amazing. No, it was a joke or something. I had a business called Ethical Manufacturing Company. I didn't have a business. This is what I called my little company when I graduated from whatever it was. It was not a company, but called Ethical Manufacturing. It was a joke. It's a joke. Don't take it too seriously. I'm boring. You're boring. You're boring English. What does that mean, you're boring English? No, you're not. English people are great. They're like vanilla. If they were a different color, they'd be amazing. But they're white, so people don't think that they're interesting. I was in khaki at the time. Nothing heroic. Just loading ships in Portsmouth. Well, ships needed to be loaded, I guess. The creator of OnlyFans has died. Yes. I mean, why did he die? He's 43 years old. That's so young. That's so young. Do you know how old I am? I'm old. It's on YouTube. I watched it earlier. Explains how few working ships we have. Yeah, I could believe it. We don't have any working ships. But have they done anything about it? No, they don't. Not even done anything about it. They don't even use the few that we have to stop people from coming into this country without permission. Okay. We did OF Dude at 5:30. Yes, we did. Okay, we did. We don't have to discuss that if you don't want to. I don't know. I don't even go on OF. I think maybe because I'm old, I don't find it amazing. I like real people. I live in Portsmouth. Didn't we meet, Ruben? Did you meet? Yes, I have watched most of his stuff, Vot and I. It's a joke. Only a comedian could say that. Say what? What did I say? I'm born in Pompeii. Well, that's what they call Portsmouth. There you go. So Susan's from the area there. Our armed forces have been destroyed from the inside out. Yes, they have. By the communist globalists. Maybe we helped by saying, don't worry about it. I don't think we did. And Donald Trump said, you're giving us fucking money. If you don't give us money, we're not going to defend you. And you know what? It takes 2/3 of the vote to get out of NATO. And I'm not sure that Democrats want to get out of NATO, but I am pretty sure that Donald Trump does. And he's going to say, they're not reliable. We asked them to help out, and they're not reliable, and they won't be there for us, and they're going to cost us money, and they're not, and we're going to be paying for them to invade Canada to defend us against America. So, America, you don't have many friends. America was your friend, and you're throwing it away. The only other place that speaks Welsh as a country is Patagonia. Yes, that's in Argentina. Daniel Day-Lewis did a much underrated film called Eversmile, New Jersey, about a mobile dentist going to Patagonia. I don't get it. Why? What does Eversmile have to do with New Jersey? At this point, I'd be happy for NATO to fold. You know what? I wouldn't be. Not if I was English. You don't have the ships. You don't have the protection. The nuclear weapons that you have are attached to American missiles, and Americans have control over them. So I would not be happy about that. You want to be an independent country? I don't think you do. Communism doesn't want you to be independent. Globalism wants open effing borders. English humor is too complex for the septic tanks to understand. You're saying that as a funny way, and you believe that because British people are so effing arrogant compared to what the country is. The country once used to be up here. It used to be up here, but now it's down here. You can't be arrogant anymore, this country. This country is in a state of shock. I didn't think he does want to split NATO. He's basically, the NATO is 60-something% America. CENTCOM is all that stuff that's going on in the Ukraine is run by America. He doesn't want to do that. He just wants to make a point and tell us to sort our lives out, and too bloody right. He doesn't want to make a fucking point. He wants this country not to collapse, basically, is what he wants. He wants it to pay its way. He was talking about this a long time ago. Eversmile, made in New Jersey, that sponsors the mobile dentist to motorcycle down to Patagonia. I was linking the thread, 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. Okay, interesting. Have anybody else seen this? Our pride still stands and is valid. All governments will pass. Love the United Kingdom, says Susan. Yeah. Our pride. Pride cometh before the fall. This country's falling. I should be more optimistic. And I speak to my friend. He's married to an English woman. He's got a house here and a house in New York and a house. He's got money. So he's got money. So when somebody has money, you listen to him. We are not arrogant, most of us, fully aware of the disaster zone that Britain has become. Yes, thank you, Dorklands. Beautiful, beautiful Dorklands. Thank God this is yes. Does it, I don't know what he's going to do tomorrow. I don't know what he's going to say. My dentist is really good looking. He's like a Pakistani. He's like a movie star. Trump will fold NATO and replace with his new organization. Why would you fold it and then replace it? We are told we can't afford to maintain our forces. Where is all the money gone? It's gone to putting Muslims in nice apartments and houses. That's where it's gone. It's gone for this NHS, which is SHI, with a big T at the end. That's where the money's gone. Because it's a welfare state. It's gone because this country doesn't produce anything anymore. It used to even produce oil. At least you had the oil. It's not producing the oil. It's being run by Ed Miliband, who's horrible, and a Jew. We are told we can't afford to maintain our forces, says Vatnai. Where's all the money gone? All our working lives, we pay tax here, tax there. Huge taxes, fees for this and the other. Where is all the money gone? It's gone to people who don't deserve it. It's gone to the NHS. So you could have the big demonstration in favor of the NHS at the I was going to say the World Series, at the World Cup. at the what was it called? At the Olympics. At the Olympics. That's where it went. Dave Toby. Restore Britain via vote Rupert Lowe. Yeah, it could be possible. It could be possible. Somebody needs to restore Britain. You, and like Donald Trump is restoring America. He's saying use the oil, FDEI, investments welcome, huge tariffs if you don't make it in the country. But if you make it in the country, you don't have to pay the taxes. This is what Donald Trump is doing. Let us pray. There's somebody. Maybe it's Rupert Lowe. Maybe Keir Starmer will come out of hibernation. Who knows? Maybe he'll wake up and he'll realize what he needs to do. U.S. boots on Iranian soil. Do you want it, Lewis? No, I don't. Paul Ricketts is here. Paul Ricketts represents everything that's evil in this country. Not everything, but a few things. Yeah, no. Yes. I mean, whatever it takes to nuke the Iranian Islamicists. Whatever it takes. No, I don't want it there. I don't want it there. But keep on bombing forever, if need be. If need be. Make them not want to get out of the house in the daytime and let the local people take away their weapons, drop off weapons. Do you want it? Paul Ricketts is a really funny comedian. Not a really funny comedian, he's a funny comedian. And how much of what you listened to here? Of course, it was Kevin Thing Bacon. You can barely turn on the TV without that guy. Oh, you're talking to who are you talking to about that? Both the World Economic Forum and the Fabian cult actually believe in no borders. Of course they do, because they don't care who owns the country. They just want to sell their effing shit. They're communists, the World Economic Forum. They're communists like the Labor or like the Green Party, or even like the Tories in this, or maybe even like you who believe in council housing. That's communism. I've seen some migrants actually set his hotel room alight. Yes. Yeah, kick him out. Kick him out or kill him. I don't know what you need to do. This is how we are repaid. It's beyond sickening. Yeah, because you think you're being a good person. Not you, but the country thinks they're being good. Or maybe you deserve it because you're richer than them. It's not that. You've been taken over by evil communism. I'm ashamed of this country now. The last time I was on holiday, some Italian asked where I was from, and I said, Northwest Europe. Yeah, that happens a lot. Like people in Newcastle would say, I'm Scottish. You got to be proud. This is the best country in the world because it created America. It created America. Let's see if Paul Ricketts can fight against this. But thank you for being here, Paul. Thank you for being here, Paul. I'm ashamed of this. Right, Northwest Europe. But when I was in America and I met somebody who said that they were from Europe, I knew they were Germans because they were embarrassed by Germany, which I think they should have for a while. They should have been. It's our fault. We paid the U.S. back. They gave it to the Germans in the Marshall Plan. The sums were similar. Well, what did the Germans do? The Germans built factories. But who's better off? You're both effed. Aren't you both effed? If the U.S. forces went in, I would support them. I am an American. Matt Carney is here. Hey, Lewis, what areas in your life feel like they're hard, normally uneasy mode? Will you tell me which ones are yours? The rule here to prevent these kind of questions, because this is not like let's ask Lewis questions, is you tell me what you're thinking. Well, should America go in to kill those people? The Islamists, the Iranian Islamicists are evil. They've killed 40,000 effing people, and they've caused trouble with Hamas and the Houthis and Hezbollah and who knows, every country in the world. They're there. They're there. People are afraid of them. They're afraid of them. Not our fault. It was in the Lend-Lease deal. We loaned you money to rebuild your country, and you built it. You built fucking ugly council flats. Ugly council flats. And how has that helped this country, all those council flats? I live in a council flat. You know what? People could have built their own homes. They should have built their own homes. Lewis has the passion in his colorless shirt. He could lead some. It almost kind of looks that way. Do you like the? I don't think I look that good in a white shirt. Thank you for saying that, Paul Yoward. So true. Nothing surprises me anymore. What are we saying? What doesn't surprise you? Secure, and then release to the regime change persons. Protect civilians. It's not Iraq. No, it's not Iraq. But those Iranian Islamists are worse than Saddam Hussein. Well, Saddam Hussein was bad, but the whole country is filled with religious fundamentalists who have been stealing money off the people. You know, it wouldn't be bad if 1 million people, if they killed those people, or maybe it would be. Was it our fault? We could have defaulted, which we should have done. Yeah, maybe, and then maybe people would have worked harder or something. It would have been a stronger country. You build houses, and it basically prevented industrialization. You know, it's not all your fault. They deliberately tried to destroy your industrialization. Deliberately, Paul Yoward. Tiny amount of little feet for a little time. What do you mean by that? Tiny amount of little feet. I don't know what that means. Ruben is talking to Paul Rickards. Have you seen Paul Rickards? Google Paul Rickards. He's a real comedian. Yes, I think most people would support. That was Verity. Hello to Verity. I think most people would support it because if Islam gets away with it, the IRGC are not removed, then we are all buggered. Exactly right. And it would have happened eventually. It would have happened eventually, 5 or 10 years from now, when they're really powerful or whatever, and they're so entrenched, and the people are beaten down when they're not going to demonstrate anymore. I'm glad we did it right now. If we defaulted, that would have been worse on the already sick man of Europe. Well, who's the already sick? Who is considered the sick man? I bet you it will happen next week. They're going to bring troops in. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's not going to be like Iraq where they just said we're going into Baghdad. I think what they'll do is they'll take over a bit of area, and there'll be a staging base. They will arm the people. It's a good guess. Next week. I hadn't thought about it. What do you guys think? What do you think about Paul Rickett, who's a very bright guy? He says to us that that U.S. will invade next week. Do you think that's going to happen? I feel kind of drained. Hold on a second. I feel kind of drained, says Joe Warrior Princess. Being a warrior princess and an angel, I must persevere. Yeah, I'm feeling drained too. You're on your form. Am I? Y-O-U-R-E. You are on your form. Thank you very much, Dave Toby. Thank you, Dave Toby. Good thing you don't drive then. Oil prices will be going up more. Well, what do you think, Paul Ricketts? I don't drive because I don't get any comedy gigs anymore. I'm not looking for them. I'm going to blame that I'm not looking for them because they're a right-wing Nazi. They don't want to hire a person like me. Or maybe I'm just shit. Anyway, but everybody all things have to do with oil. Look, my headphones are oil. Everything that's made in the country, all the food comes by the truck that's oil. We had military operations going on around the world. If we defaulted, we couldn't have paid the troops doing that. Exactly right. And we should have brought them home. The place was blown to shit. Back then. At least they actually built council homes back then. Well, maybe you could say that's right. They made an investment in real estate. And then when people got tired of real estate, they imported dirty foreigners to move in there because the local people didn't want to live there and they didn't want their kids living there. They moved out to Cornwall and Kent and Bedford, wherever they moved to. They moved out. Those you want to know why this country's being invaded because of council houses. Trump is a bit strokey, randomly demented while trying to talk. Yeah, he looks a bit, and I'm not surprised either. He loved horrible food. I'm going to be that way too. Do I sound? I got a wobbly tooth. The Iranian people have started to fight back, so American troop presence is unlikely, says Paul Yoward, except in support of. We'll read that in a second. Male life, normal mode. I like a little fight and struggle. Female life, sadly, uneasy mode. I want attention now and validation now, easy connection and love, Matt Carney. Yeah, that's what I'd like. I want a little attention. I want attention. Why do you think I'm doing this? Why do you think I do this twice a day? Why do you think we do stand-up comedy, Paul Yoward? Or, you know, there you go. That's why we do it, Paul Ricketts. That's why we do stand-up comedy. Yes, WMD was an invention, but nukes in Iran are a reality, and that could have been developed. And they've spent all their money. They're like the Palestinians digging tunnels where they've got all their weapons down there. All their weapons down there. They've got them. They've got the weapons. They have the weapons, Paul. Trump dodged call up 5 times. What do you mean call up? Iranian Independent Interreligious International Front. Yeah, I mean, the people don't want it. Do you feel loved? I don't feel loved enough. You saw me the other day. When was that? A couple months ago. Do I feel loved? I don't feel loved. I don't feel loved. Rose isn't here. I don't feel loved. A man walks down the street, says, why am I short of attention? Got a short little span of attention, and my nights are so long. I need a shot of opportunity. I need a this and a that. Easy mode. Yeah, no, women don't have easy mode past a certain age. That's the tragedy of being a woman. I'm sorry, Lucy. You know, it gets less and less easy for women, but it's still way more easy than it is for men. Way more easy for women than it is for men, but it's still not good. It's still not good. You should go out more, get out of the flat. Well, invite me and I'll come over. Invite me and I will come over. I'm with you. Iran should be free. The world should have stepped up. Radical Muslim is bad, says Susan C. Well, that's my feeling. But it's not just that. Let's say they're not even radical Muslims. Let's say they're just horrible people. They're spreading horribleness. And what they did 47 years ago against America needed to be punished. I believe that. I myself am weak. I was called weak. A friend of mine called me weak. She says, I'm not funny. I'm weak. And I am, what was the other thing she said? I'm not funny. I'm weak and I'm not that bright. This is a friend. This is a friend. I don't love you that much to invite me over. Well, come over here. Come over here, Paul. Anyway, so don't always look on the bright side of life. Yeah, and then they drop the bombs on your head. I'm looking, it's bright here, and then boom comes a bomb. I live on an island in the Atlantic. Why should I have to worry about the Middle East? You have to worry about the fucking Middle East because you buy oil from those people. So stop buying oil from those people. Come on. But what kind of stupid comment is that? You have Arab nations that just do nothing. So why should Europe get involved if the neighbors won't stand up? Because you buy oil from them and because they want to attack us and come into us. So that's like, North, don't say that again, please. Angels in the Architecture. It's one of my absolute favorite songs. You can call me Al. A man walks down the street, says, why am I short of attention now. Got a short little span of attention when the nights are so long. Obama funded the Iran terrorist machine, plus buying back of ungrateful Nazarene Zaghari Ratcliffe by the UK added to the pot. Exactly right. Obama is scum. He's scummer than any of you people because he's a higher level of scum. He actually seemed like he was a great guy. Paul Yoward, you're right about Obama. Absolute scum. Absolute scum. I'm sorry for yelling at you, North, but that's, you want to say, I mean, if you ask it as a question, I answered it as a question. I shouldn't have been too mad at you. Matt Carney. What did Matt Carney say? Hassle. Okay. I love Lucy Van Pelt's spirit. Islam is just not compatible with Western society. It was never going to work. No, it's not compatible. They want all of us. They're not here to live and to do what you want to do. You want to have pigs. We're not going to have pigs. They don't want that. They want to stop you from working. You're mad at me because I think, because of what I've said. Okay. This stream is so problematic. It's a really great song, Dingo Dollar. Are you Australian, Dingo Dollar? Why should I come over when I can watch you on the sofa at home? I'm not on a sofa. I'm on a chair. This is my refrigerator. I'm in the kitchen. All Muslims are radical. Do not believe in taqiyya. Okay? They are practicing Muslims and they are radical to our way of thinking. They're at war with us. Exactly right. The neighbors, my friend Doug says that people are getting negative towards the Muslims. For the first time, last couple of weeks, it's changed. And then they go blow up ambulances. What scum? Even though I don't believe in ambulances, I think you should stay out of hospitals as much as you can. The neighbors are starting to get involved, and that's how it should be. Regions should looking after regions. Maybe this is a pivotal moment. According to what that woman says, Susan Kokinda, is that this is a century-changing thing, what Donald Trump is doing. Don't see the Japan sending troops. I think you will. I think you will see that. Effing hell, let's murder my favorite song section again. Lewis, send your son to fight then. I would send him to fight there, probably. Probably good for him if he lived. Would you go to Iran, Columbus? Columbus. Iran has initiated and been attacking the U.S. for decades. That's true, 47 years or more. But the 47 years, but via terrorism and proxies, so are technically not the aggressor in the eyes of international law. Trump had said playtime is over. Yes, he did. First of all, let us never, ever mention international law on this channel. There's no such thing as international law. Show me the international law book that this country signed, that America signed. There is nothing like that. There's a whole series of bullshit, communist, socialist, WEF, globalist, horrible laws. Whatever. It's not even laws because they can't be changed. They can't be undone. It's like holding up a Bible. If there is such a thing. I don't even know if there is such a thing. I thought you were singing with me, Reuben, says that Joe. We didn't start the fire. Da 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 da. Ugh. I should. That's what I should do. That's what I should do, Paul. I should go out and have a pint. It's expensive, though, and I don't drink. It doesn't make me that happy. Sorry for the questions. I tend to like to hijack the conversation. Told you insecure female side. Need the attention. Are you a woman, Matt Carney? Are you a man? Don't tell me you're a woman because I'll just fall in love with you. I'll fall in love with you. And it gets awkward. It's really awkward. You're a Cumbrian living in West London. Well, why do you call yourself Dingo Dollar, Cumbrian? I'm going to ask you this again. My memory is not that short. I'm on my sofa, you numpty. Oh, I thought I was on my sofa. I didn't know what you were talking about. I'm a little bit behind. Rhythm of the Saints is the reassertion of sexuality, past Paul Simon's breakdown, and soft in the middle now. It's an awesome album, overshadowed, but maybe better than Graceland even, says Paul Yoward. Those two albums, I remember when they sang in. I went and saw them in Central Park one time, and then they played in the 1980s, and I was living close by. I am in the kitchen as well, Lewis, my usual place to hang out. Yeah, it's good. I'm a kitchen person. I don't sit down. We've got a couch here. I don't sit down in it ever, practically. Did you see the Japan Prime Minister saying Japan is back in front of Trump? I mean, it's good. Let her say that. We've been defending those MFers too. So they're smart enough at least to know they should be a bit nice, considering their population is dropping. All this anger twice a day is age. Do you think it is? Do I not look as old? Do I look older than I did? Look at my hair. My hair is not quite as great as it used to be. Is it aging me? What do the people think here? I've been doing it. This is the 279th day. That's a lot of days. And this is the 112th. 279 plus 112 is 119 391 streams. That's a lot. Am I aging? Do you think I'm aging? Hey, I'm not that lady, but I believe the words, and we'll look it up. What words do you believe, Susan C? You are so ignoring me. I may cry or throw you back in the cellar. It's surprising Paul Simon's Cape Man has not been banned. He wrote it with the Nobel Prize winner, Derek. Isn't it about Puerto Rican killer or something? Columbus, in my opinion, he'd end up in Musical Corpse playing the pink oboe. Yeah, but the other son's a strong son. I might have to skip a few people's comments. She stated that she had gained more sympathy and understanding for men and the male condition. Men are suffering. They have different problems than women have, but they don't have it any better. Who are you talking about there, Kermit? I'm kind of skipping ahead. Saudi and UAE won't tolerate radical Islam, so let them deal with their locale while we clear the trash out of Europe. Yeah, well, we should clear the trash. We can do both. We could do both. Is that the Cape Man thing? Men definitely have it worse. Nora Vincent, I remember in 2006 for her book Self-Made Man, detailing her experiences when she lived as a man for 18 months. I've seen videos about that woman. Yeah, it's not easy to be a man. It's not easy to be a woman. But you are right. They need our sympathy. They need our love. They need each other more than anything else. They need to be together. She died via assisted suicide at a clinic in Switzerland at 53. That's horrible. Assisted suicide. Assisted suicide is absolutely horrible. It gets me so angry. It's murder. And they want to have it in this country. And they think it's a left-wing belief, is assisted suicide. People who believe in God want to live and so we can punish our enemies. Japan has become incredibly honorable country, just saying. Yeah, maybe because they did a bad thing too, and they weren't punished for it. Yes, you're right, Lewis. About cavemen, it prominently features the N-word. Well, those were different times back then. Autistic male, generally a sociopathic. That's what you are, Matt Carney. Trying to understand the right hemisphere of the brain. Emotional awareness has been neglected. You know what? I don't believe that. The fact you're saying that, that's scary. That's scary. You know, who knows? Who knows what's been correct? International Vatnai says, and I always listen to Vatnai. I listen to all of you, but Vatnai seems to agree with me most of the time. But correct, he says. International law is complete bullspank. It's a fiction of those who believe in universal human rights, no borders. Only mediocre liberal leftist crybabies believe in it. Yes, that's true. Only mediocre liberal leftist commie globalist crybabies believe in it. But that's a lot of redundancy in that. A lot of redundancy in that. Chuck Norris, The Delta Force was a really good movie. Is that a question, Dingo Dollar? Not all entertainment is accessed on a TV, especially with a BBC license. You know what? If it's on BBC, you don't need to watch it. You don't need to watch it. I'm telling you that right now. The Word on Channel 4 in the 1990s was the best. The Word, I don't know what that show was the best. Was the best. Was the best. You were like the song Radiohead by Talking Heads, that the band is named after, but it's a jolly song. Song Radiohead. Let's see if we can listen to that. I don't even remember how that goes. I mean, I probably do. Hold on. I got to put my mic. I've got to put the headphones in. Is any sound coming out? I don't know. Well, the band was named after this song. I know a lot. I mean, I listened to every Talking Heads album into the 80s, all the 70s, but that's not a. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Write on a sheet of paper the forbidden words, Lewis, and have it under the cam so you don't say them. And you put in alternative ways alongside. You'll never be monetized. Or you'll never. Yeah, maybe you're right. I mean, there is a list. There's a list of bad words. I don't even have a pen here. Where did all my pens go? Where did all my pens go? I had a whole thing of pens. I don't have any more pens. List of bad words. I pulled up the list before. Why did Nora Vincent have to offer self? Hard life? You want to know what the real reason is? I'm not going to say. I can't say because you'll think I'm not sympathetic. You got to find a purpose in life, maybe. Maybe she didn't have a. I don't know what it was. She was 53, I think, when she died. Before I go, I just like to say you are remarkable. You are a remarkably intelligent and well-spoken individual, Matt Carney. Thank you very much. Your voice and speech rhythm is gripping. You don't seem to say a lot or pause. It's all very fluid. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. I mean, if I have to say I'll read something. I don't have to say I mean, I just said Baby, your mind is a radio. Got a receiver inside my head. Baby, I'm tuned to your wavelength. Let me tell you what it says. Is that the song, Paul Yower? Good music. Matt's on drugs. Yeah, he's on drugs for paying me a compliment. Why did Nora? Let's see what it says. Let's see what it says on here. She was depressed. She was depressed. Resistant mental health issues, a downward spiral. When not explicitly termed off, her death was a chosen, intentional end to a painful life. Rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. Do you believe that? What do you think about that, Lucy? She was depressed. We all get depressed. It's really mean to kill yourself if you're depressed. Really mean. Lists are not a bad thing to make, says David B. I agree with that. Nora could not stand the loneliness of her time as living as a man. She was traumatized by experience and was honest about that before she was off. I mean, it wasn't even her life. It wasn't even her life. Nora was a writer, documented the whole thing. It was very sad. But why should you kill yourself? Why could you kill yourself? You know? Nora could not stand the loneliness of her time living as a man. That's no reason to kill yourself. If you're going to kill yourself, call me up and say, Lewis, can you touch me? And that way I'll be happy and you'll be happy too. If only Nora Vincent had started a twice a day YouTube live feed, that would have started. Yes. Yeah. You know what? These people, a lot of these people were here in the beginning. I was really depressed. Wasn't I depressed? I was thanking them all the time, Paul Vincent. Yes, I was. Paul Ricketts, sorry. I was thanking them all the time. Paul Yoward is laughing at Paul Ricketts. The only Nora I can remember had baggy tights. How do you have baggy tights? Oh, tights. Okay, yeah. You know, and you know what? There's a lot of pressure on people to kill themselves. We have a friend. I don't know whether you know her. She's Japanese. She's really funny, and she spoke about being in Japan. How everyone was. They would always say to her, "You should kill yourself. You should kill yourself." That's how they got power over other people, by saying, "If this is you happy, it's not me happy, but at least it's me doing something." It's like going to a pub. Is it not like going to a pub? It's like me going to a pub, basically. Um, that's what it's like. It's like I'm hanging out with people in the pub. It's like when we would go to the pub. She ended her life because of her experiences living as a man for 18 months, 20 years earlier. Yeah, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Well, what are you saying? Are you saying it's bullshit to men for believing that? I don't believe that either. She, yeah, it's absolute bullshit. Sorry, but if we're talking about people who've taken their lives, I have to go. Okay. Well, sometimes we will talk about people taking their lives. We will talk about cancer. We will talk about men and female. We'll talk about tons of things. But I love you, Joe. I love you, Joe. I mean, Dingo, Dolly, you can't control everything that people say. It depresses me that she could go to the state and the state could put her to death. That depresses me. Don't you think that? Doesn't that depress you? That depresses me. Um, it depresses me. Okay. So thank you, everybody. We're gonna say goodbye to everybody. And say this has been a brilliant show. A brilliant show. I'm gonna thank everybody here when I go over the top fans. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm going to Have you cleaned your toilet yet? My toilet is relatively clean. I do clean it. I clean it every day, basically. Basically. And not, yeah, clean. I clean the sink every day too. Lewis, I love you and you guys too, but some subjects are a bit difficult. Okay. Okay. So while I thank people, everybody write down the number you think was the top concurrent person. Okay. Here we go. So let's go. Let's go here. Vatanai is 19 and Matt Carney is 18 and Sandeep is 17 and Alex is 16 and Top Cat is 15. Paul Ricketts is 14. Good total. 13 is Keith Bexley. Beautiful Darklands is 12. North is 11. I yelled at North. My apologies for yelling at you. David B is 10. Dave Toby is 9. There's beautiful Lucy Van Pelt. She's 8. 7 is Kermit. 6, beautiful Mom is 6, and beautiful Susan is 5, and Joe, beautiful 4 is Joe, and Paul Yoward is 3, and Ruben is 2, and the number one top fan for today is Dingo Dollar. Congratulations, Dingo Dollar. And there you go. Lucy is the winner at 27. Thank you, Kermit, for the information. But that's brilliant. Lucy is the winner at 27, which the top number came just right now, at 27 right now. You guys have been amazing. Everybody, let's just do a special thank you to the people who don't come as often. Dingo Dollar, we're happy to have you here. We're happy to have Paul Ricketts, my friend Paul. Big round of applause for Paul Ricketts, asking some good questions, not seeming so leftist as normal. But I do appreciate it. I hope maybe I'll call you tomorrow. I'll ask you what your opinion is on this thing, because he is an entertainer. He is the entertainer. We had 123 people in on the stream, but the top number was 27. So thank you, everyone, for that. Anybody else? Boo left us. Yeah, Boo left us. Except for my friend Paul. Registrar of my birth was a Ricketts, which seems not a good name for that job. Okay. Anyway, so thank you, UK Video Clips. If I haven't thanked you, if I haven't thanked you already, just say, hey, what about me? What am I, chopped liver? I'm not a fan. I'm an old sufferer. You are. We've known each other. How many years have we known each other? Jesus Christ, probably 20 years. 20 years. We'll perform comedy again. That really funny. If only Nora Vincent had started a twice a day YouTube live feed. Yeah, it could have been. Happiness can come. Happiness can come. I will see you. When will I see you? I will see you soon. Let's pray everything goes well. Everything goes well. Patagonia Benatar, says Lucy Van Pelt. She's very funny. She makes me laugh, even though she hates me. She hates men. Do you hate men, Lucy? Do you hate men? Do you hate me? Do you trust me? No, I don't think she trusts me. I don't think she does. I wouldn't trust myself too. I'm a bit creepy. We need more grumpy old men. Well, I'm getting older every time. I'm 69 years old almost. 1 week away from 69. Can you believe that? All right, we'll see. I'm going to keep the stream going for 2 minutes. Thank you, everybody. Oh, that's right. Lucy and Charlie Brown hated men. Maybe that's where she got the name. I completely forgot about that. That's right. She hated Charlie Brown, and he was like so in love with her. So in love, and she just didn't want anything to do with her. I remember that. Remember the TV show Grumpy Old Men? Yeah, could be that. There's Darklands. Goodbye. We will see you tomorrow at 5. I hope. Tomorrow at 5, God willing.